What's going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with breaking news hot off the press. So it looked like the numbers are in for the Indiana Fever Chicago Sky game. And I'm telling you right now, it's box office. Guys.
The 1,000 viewers, becoming the most viewed WNBA game on ION this season, despite Caitlin Clark's absence. The Caitlin Clark effect continues even when she's not on the court. Folks, this is a big deal.
Imagine getting clotheslined in front of thousands and the refs just stand there blinking like it's some kind of halftime yoga session. That's exactly what happened when Djonai Carrington delivered a hit so fierce. It honestly deserved a seatbelt warning. And the WNBA? Completely silent. Like maybe if they pretend it didn't happen. Nobody will bring it up, but we saw it. Everyone did. Now we're breaking down one of the league's most uncomfortable cover-ups since the day confetti rained down on the wrong locker room.
Did not stop the fans from wanting to watch this. I told y'all what it was. Long as we got to do is keep supporting the team, Caitlin Clark will be back in no time. Just as long as we make sure things stay on the up and up, everything's going to remain on the up and up. And now since we got Ari McDonald out there balling like it's no tomorrow, she's even more entertaining to watch anyways as of right now. She's giving life to the Indiana Fever fan base. So shout out to Ari McDonald in drawing this viewership. That's who I'm putting the numbers on. I'm telling you right now, without Caitlin Clark being there, people can say what they want. People wanted to see Ari McDonald ball out, bro.
Started off like any other regular WNBA game. Two teams competing, fans cheering, cameras rolling. But somewhere amidst the action, Djonai Carrington made a move that felt less like basketball and more like an NFL tryout. What she delivered wasn't a foul, wasn't a block. It was a full-on, no-holds-barred tackle. The kind of hit so intense, it wouldn't look out of place on a football highlight reel. Or a SportsCenter top 10 for all the wrong reasons.
It is kind of crazy. But the Indiana Fever just drew 2 million viewers without Caitlin Clark. That is mental. That is absolutely mental. Like, that is legitimately something that I did not think was going to happen. This was obviously a national TV game. This was a national TV game. This was a big game. Even without it, it's a big game. And I feel bad for...
Absolutely nothing. The refs stared blankly, as if their contact lenses had fogged up right on cue. No whistle, no foul, no ejection. It was like someone bulldozed a bookshelf in a silent library. And the crowd just offered a polite round of applause. And just like that, the great disappearing foul of 2025 was born. Because somehow, in all its professional poise and polish, the WNBA collectively agreed to pretend that Djonai Carrington's human missile act never happened.
Million viewers for the Indiana Fever vs. Chicago Sky game Saturday on CBS. The game Caitlin Clark missed due to injury. It's the third most watched WNBA game of the 2025 season. The Fever vs. Sky opened at 2.7 million and Fever vs. Liberty 2.2 million. And I'm telling you right now, guess who got the most views? The Indiana Fever. Hands down, the Indiana Fever got more views than any other damn team in the league. Telling you, bro, this team is single-handedly holding this thing up.
Tackle? It vanished. Like a ghost, a glitch in the collective memory. Some say if you close your eyes and whisper Carrington, you can still hear the faint squeak of sneakers and the distant thud of justice being stuffed into a locker. Let's rewind. Connecticut Sun facing off against their latest sacrificial opponent. It's a tight game, tension thick in the air. Then out of nowhere, Carrington launches herself at an opposing player with all the subtlety of a wrecking ball fueled by Red Bull and bad intentions. The collision? Brutal. The crowd? Gasping. The player? Sent flying like a runaway shopping cart on a downhill sprint. And the refs? Doing their best impression of three guys playing charades, blindfolded, confused, and wildly out of sync.
It does not matter who the Fever are playing, they're getting big viewership. They're getting massive viewership. And 1.92 million viewers is still crazy. Like, that is that's probably one of the top 15 most viewed WNBA games of all time. Like, rating for Aces versus Valkyries on the same day on ABC. I think it was on ABC. Were both of the games no, they were on CBS because Don Staley was doing commentary.
Here's the play-by-play. Player A gets the ball. Player B squares up to defend. And then enter Carrington. Seemingly unaware that she's still on a basketball court and not in the UFC octagon. She lunges shoulder first with full speed, full body momentum. What followed? Silence. No whistle. Nothing. The ref who had a clear, unobstructed front row seat to mayhem, gave a subtle nod, like he was either impressed with the form or just vibing with the chaos. Maybe he mistook it for modern interpretive dance. Maybe he lost a bet. Or maybe, just maybe, the WNBA picked this exact moment to beta test their brand new invisibility cloak for fouls. Now, let's talk rules. According to the WNBA's official guidelines, which, based on this game, might have been printed in disappearing ink, things like excessive force, dangerous contact, and unsportsmanlike conduct are supposed to be penalized. You know, like body slamming another human being. Yet somehow, Carrington's reenactment of the linebacker's highlight reel didn't meet the threshold. And before anyone tries the old, maybe it didn't look that bad defense, let's be clear, this wasn't a casual bump. It was an airborne hit so fierce, so wild, that somewhere, an NFL ref felt in his bones and instinctively threw a flag from 600 miles away.
Hey, bro, check out some of these comments, man. Let's check out some of these comments. But guys, I'm telling you right now, 1.9 million views without Caitlin Clark is exceptionally well. Exceptionally well, man. Exceptionally well. I can't even lie. I can't even make this up, bro. Can't even lie. Somebody said we'll see the numbers in 2 days for ESPN game tonight for Liberty versus Sky. Bro, like, we already know. So, Caitlin, like, we already know they're not going to have any views, bro. Caitlin Clark is still there. People will show up just to watch her on the sidelines. They don't care.
It isn't just about one missed call. It's about consistency. The WNBA has a history, a whole highlight reel, of players getting benched, fined, or suspended for far less. Accidentally catch someone with an elbow? That's a flagrant. Raise your voice a decibel too high? That's a technical. Glare a second too long? Code red. Alert security. So what made this moment different? Why the silence? Why did one of the most obvious infractions of the season vanish, like it was part of a magic act? Let's explore the possibilities. First, the Djonai Carrington factor. She's not just another player. She's a brand. Energetic, charismatic, marketable. A rising star. The kind of athlete the WNBA loves to spotlight in promo reels with upbeat music and slow-motion layups. Which raises a question. Was the league's silence strategic? A textbook case of protect a franchise face? Because let's be honest, every league has its chosen ones. They're golden children. The players who could commit a felony mid-game and still get featured in the next commercial with a fruit basket from the commissioner. But even by those standards, pretending an aerial body check didn't happen? That's next level bold. That's don't mind the crime scene, it's just performance art bold. And the internet? Oh, it noticed. Twitter lit up like someone had just announced lifetime free donuts. Hashtags exploded. Memes were everywhere. Side-by-side comparisons popped up showing Carrington's hit next to other fouls. Fouls that players dragged off like they just insulted the ref's entire ancestry.
Receiver ended up tweeting out this statement, man. Check this out. Every seat filled. Oh my goodness. Every seat. No open seat. Are you kidding me? My goodness, man. Gamebridge was electric in today's home opener. Now you know. Oh man, that now you know is hitting harder than any flagrant foul on Caitlin Clark last year. My goodness, man. Nah, man, but for real, this is amazing. This is really amazing, man. Now I think the Valkyries did the same thing.
This got the same reaction as someone bending down to tie their shoe. Commentators practically pulled a muscle, avoiding the obvious. One called it an unfortunate collision. Another muttered something about physical play. And one just pretended their mic conveniently cut out at the moment of impact. Everyone, suddenly allergic to honesty, tiptoed around what we all witnessed, a full-on demolition. And if you were waiting for the WNBA's official channels to address it, good luck. The post-game recap read like it was written by an AI program to ignore trauma. Not a word. No statement. No review. Just vibes. It was like watching a magician pull a rabbit out of a hat, while the rabbit clearly wriggled out from under the table. And everyone in the room still clapped. We all saw it. No one said a thing. But let's go deeper. This is the first time the WNBA has gone with the OL. See no evil. Hear no evil. Speak no foul playbook. There's a pattern. One where accountability feels more like an optional accessory than a league standard. If this had been a lesser-known player, fine, no question. Maybe even hit with a one-game suspension. But when it's someone the league wants smiling on the cover of their next promo campaign, suddenly, the rule book gets a little blurry. Selective enforcement at its finest.
I can't even see where it was on because everything says watch on League Pass. But it was obviously on TV. It says here, sorry, it was on CBS. So it had only 300k viewers less than Fever versus Liberty. And that is a mental one. That is actually a mental one. Like, it doesn't really, like, the Fever and Sky is a rivalry people seem to want to watch. genuinely, it's a rivalry people seem to want to watch, and it's a rivalry people people care about. You see here, obviously ahead of it, Annie Costable wrote about the history, and look, it's not even about the history. It's not about history. It's because of the storylines. It's because of the drama. It's because of all of